Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Esther and this week we will get back to the basic core and glute strengthening exercises. So this workout is ideal if you're new to Pilates or if you're recovering from an injury, for example lower back pain. So please make sure that you listen to your body as you follow along. The only thing you need besides your mat is a folded towel or a small cushion to comfort yourself. So let's find a comfortable side lying position, extending your arm in a line of your spine. Keep your knees bent, and if you glance over your shoulder, you should see your heels in a line of your hips and your spine. Pop your hand on your top hip and gently tilt your pelvis forward and backwards a couple of times just to find the so-called neutral lumbospine position. Not too arch, not too curved, somewhere in between. Engaging your core and draw the top hip slightly away from your shoulder, creating a little gap underneath your side. So that will activate your core all around your waistline. You can keep your hand on your hip. That would give you a nice feedback, making sure that you're not tilting or twisting with your hips. So try to keep your hips and your shoulders above each other and then squeeze both heels together and then float the top knee up. As you exhale, inhale, lower down a couple of times. Exhale, engaging your glutes all around your top hip. And release. You will feel some muscle activation in your back pocket area. Make sure that you keep your tummy engaged and a little gap underneath your side. Keep the length of your lumbospine. I'm gonna go one more. And the last one, we're gonna keep it up there. Place the hand, palm or the fingertips in front of your chest and then try to float the lowermost knee up and then down a few times. Exhale and inhale. Slowly raise and lower. Small little movements. Keeping light on your arm and hand. And keep your pelvis nice and still. We're gonna have one more. Lower down and then lower your top knee as well. Engage your core, lengthen your lower back and float the leg up, both the knee and your ankle, and slowly float the knee forward and then push your foot backwards. Imagine polishing a tabletop, the inner side of your leg moving forward and backwards. And keep your hips nice and still. Visualizing a glass of water on the top of your hip. Emphasize the movement backwards, activating your gluteals as you exhale. Imagine pressing your foot into a cushion or a big ball behind you. You can carry on at this level, or you can extend your leg, reaching away from your hip and then moving forward and backwards with straight leg, leading with the toes forward with the heel backwards. A couple of times. Inhale forward, exhale backwards. Don't forget that little gap underneath your side and to keep your hip nice and square above each other. Few more. And then we're gonna hold it there and then reach up and down a couple of times. Tiny bit of movement without pressing your lowermost side down. So keep that length of the lower part of your spine. We're gonna have one more, and then lower down. Bend the knee in front of you and extend the lowermost leg. Have a little rub around the back pocket area of your hip with your fingertips or using your knuckles. Just give yourself a nice well-deserved massage. And then relax your hand down in front of your chest again, engaging your core. Keep that nice length. If you feel this position is uncomfortable for you, just use a pillow underneath your lower leg. Hold that position and then slowly lift and lower the straight lowermost leg without dropping your side. Very nice. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep your neck, keep your shoulders relaxed. We're gonna have one more. And then slowly lower down. Well done. Let's roll over on your back. Keep that small cushion underneath your head, keeping your neck nice and long. Bend both knees, thighs, and your feet are parallel to each other. Relax your arms by your side, or you can pop your hands, your lower tummy, and then tilt your pelvis a little bit forward and backwards, creating a little gap underneath your lower back, and then press the lower back into the ground. Just make sure you have no discomfort or pain with these small movements. Repeat only within a comfortable range. Then find a mid position, somewhere in between these two extremes. Engage your core. So how we do that? Find the hip bone, the front of your pelvis, and then move your fingertips in an inch and then down an inch towards your lower tummy muscles. Engaging your deep core muscles will require a pelvic floor contraction. Imagine you have to rush to a toilet but it's still a little bit further away, and then probably you will feel a little flickering or muscle contraction underneath your fingertips. Then we're good to go. So try to hold this and then keep that little gap underneath your lower back. So try not to press your lower back into the ground. Hold that position and float your left knee above your hip and then lower down. You're going to hold and practice this movement only on the left side for a minute. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keeping your foot hidden behind your knee and your neck and shoulders relaxed. Simple little movements. Your focus should be not just on the movement but also on your hips, making sure that there is no tilting, dipping or twisting of your hips, and also on the opposite knee, try to keep it still as much as possible so that glass of water is on the top of your right knee at the moment. Hold it up there in a single tabletop position, knee above your hip, deep inhalation. And as you exhale, you're going to reach away, engaging your core and moving back, knee only above the hip in a vertical position. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, move back. Try to draw the lower ribs down towards your hips as you reach your toes away. If you flex your foot, you're going to add a nice stretch to the back of your leg. Imagine pressing a button on that wall or pushing your foot into a cushion away from your hip. So try to join the movement and the core activation together. And then we're going to have one more. Reach and lengthen. And then move back, hold that 90 degrees angle, knee above your hip. And then as you exhale, open your leg towards the side and move back. Exhale. Inhale, move back. Keeping your foot hidden behind your knee. And the opposite knee nice and still. And then with this, try to keep your hips even. No twisting in your pelvis or lower back. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. We're going to have a few more repetitions. And the last one, moving back to the center. Hold this position, engage your core, take a deep inhalation, and as you exhale, switch the position of your legs. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Few more. Very good. Try and make sure that you keep that little gap underneath your lower back and your abdominals engaged. Well done. Move as you exhale. Inhale, have a little rest. Small little movement. Moving your heel a little bit closer to your hip will make this exercise a little easier. Further away will make it a little bit more challenging on your abdominals. We're going to have one more. Keep your right knee above your hip, your foot up in the air. Hold this position and then just simply lower your foot down. Have a little tap there. Then move back up. Exhale, lower, engage your core. Inhale, move back up. Exhale, lower, throw the hip down, move back up. Few more, your own rhythm. And then we're going to hold above the hip, hold and engage your core, reach away as you exhale. Inhale, move back to the center. Exhale, reach and lengthen. Inhale, move back to the center. Either flexed or extended position of your foot. Whatever feels better for you. A few times. Try to draw the lower ribs down. Imagine a magnet in between the lower ribs and your hips. And pressing your foot into a soft cushion on the wall. We're going to have one more. Reach and then move back to the center. Engage your core and then open your leg towards the side. Move back to the center. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Make sure you don't have any tilting of your pelvis. So you should keep your hips nice and even. Perhaps limit the range you're practicing with, especially at the beginning. Two more. Open, center, and then one more. Open and center. So from here, you can change the position of your leg as we did before with the exhalation, or as you exhale, engage your core further, and then float your left knee up as well, and then lower one foot and center, other foot, little tap and center. If you feel it's too much, get back to the exercise before. So change the position of your legs with the exhalation, or perhaps place something underneath your foot as you tap one and the other side. So you don't need to lower your leg as far down. The same principle, so tapping a little bit closer makes this exercise a little bit easier. Tapping a little bit further away will be a little bit more challenging on your abdominals. So to make sure that you're able to keep your little gap underneath your lower back. Relax the neck and shoulders. And we're gonna have one more each side, tapping with your right, engage your core, and then slowly lower down your left one as well. Pop your hands behind your head, engage your core. If you need to tilt your pelvis forward and backwards a couple of times, create that little gap, keep intact, and then float your chest and head up, then lower down. Exhale, float up. Inhale, lower down. Keep the length of your neck, especially the back of your neck. And then little gap underneath your lower back. You're gonna have a little twist towards the left hip and center, towards the right hip and center. So you don't need to float very high up, just your upper parts of your chest, shoulder, neck and head. Make sure you're able to keep that little gap underneath the lower back. Your core engaged. One more towards the right. Lower down, and then take that little cushion away from you, fold it over maybe in half, and then place in between your knees. Engage your core, tilt the pelvis, press the lower back down, relax your arms and shoulders, and slowly pull your lower back away from the ground, then slowly lower it down. A couple of times, rolling your spine a little bit further up, away from the ground, as far as you're comfortable with. If you feel this painful on the lower back, just press both feet into the ground, keep your back nice and long, and then without rolling, simply lift and pivot up, and then slowly lower it down, as in one block. So choose the right one for yourself. Gently widen the collarbones and then nod your chin, especially at the furthest level. You can roll all the way up towards your mid and upper back. Hold for a deep inhalation this time. Keep your pelvis tucked under. And then slowly lower back down. Few more of that, a little tilt, peel away or pivot up. Hold for a deep inhalation, keep that nice length. Your knees away from your shoulders and slowly lower back down. You're gonna have one more. Deep inhalation and a long exhalation. Brilliant. Open up your arms side to side. Take a deep inhalation and tilt both knees towards the left. Roll your head towards the right. Do a little twist as far as you're comfortable with. Hold for a deep inhalation. Engage your core and draw your knees back to the center towards the other side. Into that twist. Hold. And then move back to the center, over towards the left. If you feel this sensitive, just find a smaller range without any discomfort or pain you can practice with. You're going to have one more. Tilting your knees towards the right. Move back to the middle. Then from here, roll over towards the side and then push yourself back up and swing over, finding a comfortable side-lying position we started the workout with. Extend your arm. Keep your back nice and long. Your heels in one line with your spine. Find a so-called neutral lumbar spine position, little tilt of your pelvis forward and backwards. Into neutral, throw the top hip away and hold with a little gap underneath your side. Engage your core, use the pelvic floor muscles and then float the top knee up, squeezing the heels together and then lowering down. Couple of times, squeeze and lift, and inhale, lower. Very good. Few more. Keeping both hips above each other, nice and still. Last one. Keep it up there. Engage your core. Relax your hand in front of your chest and then float the lowermost knee up, then lower down. Few more. And release. Try balance. Try to hold the uppermost knee up. And then close the lower one towards the top. We're going to have one more. And then lower down. Both knees. Engaging your core. Floating the top leg up. Knee and your ankle as well. Floating forward and backwards tiny bit. Emphasizing the backwards movement. Imagine pressing your foot into a soft pillow behind you. Keeping your leg about hip height, parallel to the floor. Nice sliding movement backwards, slightly forward. Reaching and lengthening, extending the front of your hip area. If you wish, you can extend your leg in the line of your spine and then carry on with the same forward and backwards movement. Forward with your toes, backwards leading with your heel. Keeping your leg nice and long. Top hip is above the lower one, so make sure that your pelvis is facing forward. Few more, a little movement. Exercising the backwards, pressing the heel away into that imaginary cushion. Hold it there and then extend, lift a little bit further up, lower back down. A couple of times, lift and lower. Imagine drawing a straight vertical line up and down. Your big toe, keeping your leg straight, nice and long. We're gonna have 3 more, 2 more, and the last one. Slowly bend and lower down. Extend the lowermost leg and have a little rub around your hip and glutes area. Probably you already know if it's a little burning sensation there. It's completely normal. So if you need to, use that extra pillow underneath your lower leg, or keep this position, create that little gap underneath your side and lift and lower your straight lowermost leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. For a little bit of an adductor strength as well, compensating those gluteal strengthening exercises we just done. We're gonna have one more, and then last one for luck, and then lower down. Brilliant. Bend both knees and push yourself up into a comfortable seated position of your choice. If you need to, you can use a small cushion to sit a little bit higher up. You can keep your knees straight or in a bent position, whatever feels comfortable for you. Relax the shoulders backwards and downwards. Maybe draw little circles, emphasizing the backwards and downwards movement and position of your shoulders. Keep your neck and your spine nice and long. And then reach both arms up and above your head. Place both arms together and then pull down towards your chest and twist over towards the right side. Move back to the center. Reach and lengthen. Release down. Up. Lower down. Little twist towards the left. Move back to the center. Reach and lower down. We're gonna have one more little twist each side towards the right, extending your arms forward and backwards. Palms together. Move back to the center. Reach and then lower down. And the last one towards the left. Opening your arms forward and backwards. Move back to the center. Reach and then lower your arms down. Brilliant, well done. You've done a great job. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these exercises and managed to practice without any discomfort or pain. So please let us know how it went for you in the comment section below. If you enjoyed these exercises, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends and family. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.